Welcome back to Accounting for AI, the Autonomous Finance Podcast, where we explore how AI is changing finance and accounting from the office of the CFO through all levels of the finance and accounting organization. Once again, I'm Mark Fisher, and we're here with Jessica Sadow for our second episode. Last week, in discussing the rise and realization of autonomous finance, we ended up sidebarring on several topics, one of which was the fear and potential risks surrounding AI in finance. So we thought today would be a great time to dive further into that topic and discuss a lot of the practical and existential conversations swirling around it.
Hey Mark, great to be back with you this week. Yes, this is a topic that's both intriguing and crucial. With AI transforming so many aspects of our lives, it's natural to have concerns and questions. Today's discussion will hopefully shed some light on those fears and the positive impact AI can have on our profession.
So, Jess, one of the most pervasive fears when we talk about AI is the idea that it could take over jobs, particularly in fields like finance and accounting. Now, I know this is a sensitive subject, and I want to approach it with the utmost empathy. For many, their careers are more than just jobs. They're a sense of identity and purpose. So the fear is palpable. Why do you think this fear exists, and how grounded in reality is it?
I think it's normal to have concerns about new technologies, especially given some of the recent headlines.
Speaking of, there was an interesting article in the Wall Street Journal on this topic back in March, titled "The Jobs Most Exposed to ChatGPT." Did you get a chance to read it?
Yes, I did. It was an eye-opening piece, highlighting how certain roles might be more susceptible to automation by sophisticated AI models like ChatGPT. The article suggested that accountants are among the professionals most exposed to the capabilities of generative artificial intelligence, especially with recent advancements in large language models.
It's complicated, isn't it? On one hand, there's this incredible marvel of technology that can generate human-like text, making tasks more efficient. But on the other hand, it raises questions about the future of certain job roles.
Absolutely. While the article underscored potential vulnerabilities in some sectors, I think it also brought to light the importance of adaptability, that it will be up to schools and businesses to prepare their workforce. For instance, in the realm of finance, while certain transactional tasks might be automated, the strategic, relationship-building, and decision-making aspects remain inherently human.
That's an essential distinction. AI, like ChatGPT, might assist with data processing or basic inquiries, but it's not about to step into the shoes of a CFO or a financial strategist. The human touch, intuition, and experience are irreplaceable.
Spot on, Mark. And this goes back to our earlier conversation. While we should be critical of AI, we need to remember that it's a tool. As humans, we've been making tools for a long time. In this case, AI, like any tool, handles routine tasks, allowing humans to channel their energies into higher-level activities. For many people, the worry about AI coming for their jobs isn't just about a paycheck. It's about their role in society, their years of education, and the expertise they've cultivated. It's deeply personal. This fear isn't just about AI, it's tied to larger issues of identity, purpose, and the rapidly changing world around us. Historically, every major technological advancement has brought about similar fears. From the Industrial Revolution to the introduction of computers, people have always been worried about being replaced. But what we've seen is that while certain tasks might get automated, new roles and opportunities emerge. It's a transformation, not a replacement.
That's a profound perspective. But for someone who's been an accountant for decades, immersed in a particular way of doing things, the uncertainty of how they fit into this new landscape can be daunting, right?
Absolutely. And that fear and uncertainty is valid. No one wants to feel they're being pushed out or made obsolete. The reality, however, is that while AI can handle numbers and data, the human touch, the expertise in understanding context, and the nuanced decision-making capabilities are irreplaceable. It's less about AI taking over roles and more about reshaping them. Instead of being bogged down by repetitive tasks, finance professionals can take on strategic advisory roles, becoming even more crucial to the decision-making processes within their organizations.
But it's not just a shift in perspective, is it? It's not just about understanding its role as a tool that can be harnessed to elevate human potential. There's also a learning curve involved in this transition. How do we support professionals during this phase?
Great question, Mark. This is where continuous learning and adaptability come into play. Companies and educational institutions have a role in providing training and resources. They need to be proactive, ensuring that professionals are equipped with the skills and knowledge to navigate this evolving landscape. And as individuals, there's a need for openness, a willingness to adapt, and an understanding that the core of finance, human judgment, and expertise remains invaluable.
So it's about merging the best of both worlds, harnessing the efficiency of AI while celebrating and nurturing human expertise. A combination that promises a richer, more fulfilling professional landscape. Jessica, this makes a good segue to the second topic I wanted to discuss. Let's shine a light on the positive potential of AI, particularly regarding employee well-being. Burnout seems to be a buzzword these days, especially with the intricate demands of finance roles. So how can AI serve as a cushion? As
a crucial discussion, Mark. AI's role isn't just about technological enhancement, but easing the human workload, thereby mitigating stress. For instance, think about data analysis. Previously, our finance colleagues would be buried in spreadsheets, leading to not just long hours, but also potential errors. Now, AI tools can swiftly analyze this data, ensuring accuracy and liberating employees from the drudgery.
So it's like moving from manual labor to overseeing a skilled assistant doing the heavy lifting.
Spot on. Then there's the predictive power of AI. Instead of reacting to crises, finance teams can now be proactive, thanks to AI's ability to anticipate issues. This not only aids in better preparation, but significantly reduces those panic-driven moments.
Preempting problems rather than chasing them, that's a radical shift.
Absolutely. And lastly, decision fatigue is real, Mark. The mental toll of constant high-stakes decisions can't be overstated. Here's where AI steps in as a supportive collaborator, providing insights and recommendations, which means decision makers are now more informed, reducing the associated stress.
It seems fair to say then that AI isn't taking over, but genuinely supporting and amplifying human potential. Or at least that's the intention, right?
You've touched on a profound point. AI and humans aren't in competition, they're complementary. Imagine a scenario where AI is the analytical, data-driven brain, processing vast amounts of information at lightning speed. Now pair that with the human heart, our ability to understand context, to empathize, to strategize, and to build relationships. Alone, each has its strengths and weaknesses. But combined, we have a dynamic duo that's unparalleled.
I love that analogy, the brain and the heart working together. It emphasizes that while AI can handle data and repetitive tasks, humans bring a level of creativity, emotional intelligence, and strategic thinking that AI just can't replicate.
Precisely, Mark. It's the blend of AI's computational power and human intuition that will chart the future course of finance. And in this symbiotic relationship, it's not about replacement, but enhancement. The focus is always on achieving the best outcomes, and together, humans and AI are poised to do just that. Let's continue the conversation with a focus on equipping finance professionals with the knowledge and tools they need to leverage AI effectively.
You know, Jess, this brings up an essential point. If we're touting the benefits of this symbiotic relationship, how do finance professionals go about integrating AI into their jobs? Not everyone has had exposure to AI, after all.
That's a great question. First and foremost, it's about understanding that you don't need to be an AI expert to benefit from its capabilities. You just need to know how to harness its power effectively. There are numerous online courses and webinars specifically tailored for finance professionals. These courses typically cover the basics of AI, machine learning, and how these technologies can be applied in a finance context.
I've also come across workshops hosted by leading financial institutions and AI firms. They often bring real-world case studies and scenarios, allowing professionals to grasp the practical applications of AI in finance. It's more than just theoretical knowledge, it's hands-on learning.
Absolutely. Apart from formal learning, there are also forums and communities where finance professionals can engage in discussions, share experiences, and ask questions related to AI integration. These platforms offer a great way to learn from peers and industry experts. The key is to be curious and proactive, just like any other tool. The more you familiarize yourself with it, the more adept you become at using it.
And for those feeling overwhelmed, remember, many of the software and platforms tailored for finance now come with built-in AI capabilities. Sometimes it's just about exploring the features of the tools you already have. Start small, experiment, and as you gain confidence, you can dive deeper.
Well said, Mark. It's an evolving journey, and every step taken to understand and integrate AI only adds to a finance professional's arsenal, ensuring they remain not just relevant but indispensable in this rapidly changing landscape.
I think you've hit on something here. We've talked about the practicalities, Jessica, the improved efficiency, the burnout prevention. But let's dig into that comment about being indispensable. A lot of finance professionals are thinking about their careers in the long run. How can embracing AI give them an edge in advancing and potentially getting promoted?
That's a great point, Mark. Career advancement is indeed a concern for many. The first thing to realize is that when finance professionals integrate AI into their work, they're not just increasing productivity. They're also elevating the strategic value they bring to the organization. Here's how. First, by becoming a thought leader. By leveraging AI, finance professionals can gain insights from data faster and more accurately than before. This allows them to identify trends, risks, and opportunities that others might miss. As they share these insights, they position themselves as thought leaders, driving strategy and making impactful recommendations. Second, by broadening skill sets. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it requires mastery. By learning to work with AI, finance professionals are diversifying their skill sets. They're no longer just finance experts, they become tech-savvy, data-driven decision makers. This combination is sought after in leadership roles. And third, by driving innovation. As professionals familiarize themselves with AI's capabilities, they can identify areas within the organization where AI could make a difference. Proposing and leading these innovative projects can spotlight their initiative and leadership potential.
I see. So it's about more than just using a tool. It's about positioning oneself as forward-thinking and indispensable.
Absolutely. By using AI, finance professionals can transition from being reactive, simply crunching numbers and generating reports, to being proactive. They can anticipate challenges, drive strategy, and be at the forefront of business transformation. And let's be real, Mark. Organizations value and promote those who don't just adapt but lead change.
And I imagine this would also open doors outside of their current organizations, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. The world is recognizing the value of AI. Having hands-on experience and a proven track record with AI doesn't just enhance prospects within a current organization. It makes finance professionals more marketable and sought after across the industry. Whether it's higher roles in other companies, consultancy positions, or even speaking opportunities, the world becomes their oyster.
So in essence, embracing AI isn't just about staying relevant, it's about leapfrogging ahead in your career.
Exactly, Mark. It's the ticket to becoming the finance leaders of tomorrow.
Jessica, as always, our conversations are not only enlightening, but also thought-provoking. I'm constantly reminded of the vast landscape of possibilities that AI brings to the finance sector. We've touched on so many facets today, from addressing human fears to how AI can play a pivotal role in career advancements. I can't wait to peel back the layers of the actual technology driving AI in our next chat. The world of AI is vast, and we've just begun to scratch the surface. The intricate dance between AI and humans is something that every professional should be aware of. And that's precisely what we'll be diving into in our upcoming episode.
Our discussions are always a reminder of how intertwined technology and humanity are becoming. As finance professionals, it's our job to stay ahead of the curve, and these conversations help us do just that. To all our listeners, thank you for sharing this journey of discovery with us. We genuinely hope these discussions are illuminating and that they spur your own investigations and thoughts on the subject.
Wrapping up today's conversation, this is Mark Fisher, accompanied by Jessica Sadow, and of course a sprinkle of AI wisdom, hoping we've given you some thought-provoking insights into the realm of autonomous finance. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts. And don't forget to like, share, and even drop us a review or rating. It helps, and we'd greatly appreciate it as we're just getting started here. We also produce a weekly newsletter at VicAI on the intersection of AI and finance. So feel free to head on over to vic.ai/newsletter and join the tribe. We promise not to spam you. Join us next week as we delve into the mechanics of AI, exploring how it learns, evolves, and more importantly, how it intertwines with our daily lives.
And as we journey into this AI-driven landscape together, remember, always keep questioning, keep learning, and keep accounting for AI.